Hi everyone. Let's start with a new concept of cloud computing roles. So, in this concept, we are going to cover cloud backup service provider, cloud computing reseller, cloud customer, cloud service auditor, and cloud service brokerage and CSP. So, these are all the mainly highlighted and the main roles and functionalities in the cloud computing. So, first we will see CBSP, Cloud Backup Service Provider. So, what is this? These are all the third party entity that manages and holds the operational responsibilities for the cloud based data backup services and solutions to the customer from the central data centers. So these are all the clouds who are all going to give the backup service providing. Those peoples are like a third party entities. They are mainly these guys' role is to manage the operational responsibilities based on the cloud backup services and the proper solution they are going to give to the customers. And next one is cloud computing reseller. So this is like a company that purchases the hosting services from the cloud server hosting or cloud computing providers, and then reseller reselling them into own customers. So this is like a example, like for example I bought a cloud service hosting platform. So in that I gave this much of money and I bought it. So what I am going to do after that, so this much of space or this much of need I am not there. So what I am going to do, I am going to resell that to particularly some other customers or some other companies who are all in the need. So I am going to resell that particular cloud computing service what I got. So next one is cloud service auditor, cloud customer. So cloud customer is an individual or an entity. We call it as an ourselves only cloud customers. We are going to subscribe to particular services. For example, we are not best example like free subscription means Google drives also we can take. So we just made our one account in Google and we are going to get the cloud services, this much of a free space and all we are going to get. So we can call it ourselves as a cloud customers. Or sometimes we needed to subscribe to this some music apps you can take or some other particular services. So in that you are going to subscribe to particular plans. So on that time we are like a paid customers. And next one is cloud service auditor. So cloud service auditors is these are all the third party organization that verifies the service level agreements. So what and all the these auditors, mainly auditor, what they are going to do, they are going to cross verify the security based on the security perspective. They are going to cross verify the things and if it is properly maintained or not, and they are properly maintaining or not. These like auditing things they are going to do, these cloud service auditors. The main concern is like third party organization that verifies the attainment of the service level agreements. And next one is CSB, cloud service brokerage. So cloud service brokerage is the so mainly in cloud some services are mainly so many services are going to get by third parties only. So every time I am mentioning in most of the points in the earlier also, these are all the third party service management or third party service providers. So this one is also typically a third party entity or a company that looks to extend or enhance the value of multiple customers of a cloud based service through relationships with multiple cloud service providers. So in between these cloud service customer and the cloud service providers, selecting the best provider for each customer and monitoring the services. So what we can expect now from company side, we are a customer, so what we are going to expect, it will be a good service and seamless service we want, and mobility has to be there. So company also think in that perspective only. So they are not going to lose any customers because of some misleads, or because of some misinformation, or because of some misconfigurations. Also the customers will going to be a lose also. So what they are going to think, so they are comparing with the cloud service providers, which cloud service providers will give the best service to our customers, and proper monitoring of the customers and all. And this utilizes the best deal, and what they are going to do at the finally, they are going to take a best deal and finalize the requirements of the customers. And next one is cloud service provider. So this is a company that provides a cloud based platforms, infrastructures, or an application, or an storage services to other organizations or individually. Usually they are going to take a fee, or in or some business strategies they are going to use, like in the beginning only this much of free services we are going to give. After that for maintenance only you need to give this much of money, like that. Some business strategies they are going to use. Next one is key cloud computing characteristics. So this one is like we needed to reach all these characteristics if you are using a cloud. So in that we are going to see on-demand self-service, and broad network access, and resource pooling, rapid elasticity, and measured services. So first one is on-demand self-service. So what it is, on-demand self-service means this is enables the provision of a cloud resources on a demand. Form of a security perspective, this has introduced a challenging to governing the use of provisioning of a cloud-based services, which may violate the organizational policies also sometimes. By its nature, it is telling on-demand service doesn't require procurement, provisioning, or approval from finance, and as such, it can provisioned by almost anyone with a credit card for enterprise customers. This is mostly like a least important characteristics, because of a self-service for the majority of end users. It is not utmost important one in the key characteristics of cloud computing. And next one is broad network access. So by its nature only we can tell like cloud means whenever we want, wherever we want, we are going to access. So in the meanwhile, in the same scenario, it is like going to offer to our customers or users by widespread access to your resources, data, and other assets. In theory, all should require is internet access or relevant credentials and tokens which have given to access the particular resources. So now in the cloud security perspective, if anyone can access the cloud means that one is not a safe. So what they are going to do, using some tokens or some credentials. So we are going to see all those things in security things, what and all we are come across. We are going to see in the next points, in the next contents. So in the presently we needed to have in our mind like to access that particular cloud service. Anyhow, we need internet. Everyone knows that. And next one is like for secure accessing, and for particularly a relevant data is going to access means he wants some credentials or maybe some tokens. Using that he is going to access the particular resources. So if it will be a mobile device or a smart device, they are going to fundamentally they are going to operate as introduced and interesting a dynamic into a cloud and convenient within the many organizations. So nowadays it's like everyone using a smartphones. So these devices also going to be access the relevant resources with their user credentials or with their tokens, and on that time also there should not be a compatibility issues should not arise, and uh, mobility has to be there. You needed to access a particular resources at a time particular time. So compatibility issues, inability to apply the security control effectively, if he is not able to apply a security controls properly also, it may be going to be a very dangerous. Next one is resource polling. So in the resource polling, this one is one of the best practice we can use in a cloud, and even it is like saves our a lot of money also. So for example, I have 80%. If we, for example, first we will take it as a non-cloud systems, and in that non-cloud system we are going to utilize the utilization rate for that resources between 80% and 90%. And for a few hours or in a week, it may be an average on of average 10% to 20% for the remainder we will keep. So what does a cloud look into the group or pool resources means? For use across the user landscape or multiple clients, which can be a scale and adjust the user and a client needs based on their workload and their resources requirement. So cloud service providers typically have a large number of resource availability, from hundreds to thousands of servers, network devices, applications, and so on. So which can accommodate a large volume of customers and can prioritize and facilitate the appropriate resourcing for each end users or each customers. So in the best example, if I wanted to say means, if I'm using, so take an example, I bought a one service, for example a storage cloud storage I bought. So it's around 100 GB of data it contains. I can store up to 100 GB. So that much of 100 GB I don't want. I just wanted like around 50 GB. Another 50 GB is like for me it is like expensive also to maintain that one. So I already took that one. So now what I am going to do, if whoever wants that particularly a 50 GB or 25 GB, if he wants means, what I am going to do, I am going to particularly I tell to that customer or particularly whoever wants, no, that particular person I am going to tell like, yes, I have this extra 50 GB, you can utilize the that extra 50 GB of my resources. So what I am going to do, I am sharing the my cloud. So while sharing also we needed to think about the security also. So once we are sharing, my personal information will be there, maybe in a cloud, or some confidential information also be there. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to be secure that one also. So on that time, what and all the things we can apply for on that one. So we will see on the next upcoming points. So next one is rapid elasticity. What is this rapid elasticity means? It allows the users to obtain additional resources or a storage, computing power, and so on, and the user needs to workload requires, and this is more often transferred to the users with the more resources adds as a necessary seamlessly. So it is like once in the beginning, for example, once in the beginning you bought it like for I needed to host one service and I needed to storage for this much of memory. So after that, what you are going to do, you wanted to host another server in cloud. So on that time you need some extra memory or extra space, and even if you want some extra storage also, so on that time you can extend your plan also. So this one we will call it as a rapid elasticity. Whenever we want to extend, on that time we can extend, or whenever we don't want to extend, or still I bought it for an 50 some of memory or some of a storage, so I don't want that much, means I can even reduce also. Even reduce means we can poll something by resource sharing or resource polling also we can do. Like that we can manage. So next one is measured services. What is this measured services means? Cloud computing offers a unique and important component that traditional IT deployment has struggling to provide. What and all these IT services providers are going to struggle means, these guys are going to resources usage can be measured, and controlling, reporting and alerting upon the particular attacks or whatever it may be, which results in the multiple benefits and overall transparency between the providing and provide to the particular client. So using the cloud measuring services we can manage all these things, but if it will be a particularly if it will be offline, so we needed to manage, or we needed to take up some resources into that to monitor, or to measure that one, or to controlling the resources also. So using the cloud measure services, it is going to measure everything automatically. No need of any resources there to particularly look into that. What is that key benefit by taking this measured services means, it is one of the ability to charge the department or a business units for the use of a services, allowing a IT and a finance to quantify exact usage and the cost per department or by a business function. Something it was like incredibly difficult to achieve in a traditional IT environment. So these are all like sometimes it is not possible to achieve in a offline, like using some putting some resources to monitor. So on that time also it is not that much efficient to monitor. So using the cloud service measured services, we can manage the things. So next one is cloud computing functions. What and all the cloud computing functions are there? So we'll see that one in the next coming week, cloud computing functions. So thank you. Keep watching.